Alright, let's talk about what really happened in Tampa because calling it just a concert doesn't even come close. Something unusual unfolded in Tampa, Florida, and people are still trying to put it into words. For 2 nights straight, the entire city seemed to fall into the same rhythm. Different ages, different cultures, different languages, yet somehow everyone moved together, sang together, felt the same thing at the same time. And at the center of it all was BTS. But here's where it gets interesting. Night 2 didn't just continue the energy from the first night, it transformed it. Before the lights, before the music, before the members even stepped onto the stage at Raymond James Stadium, something already felt different. The city itself had changed. If you walked through Tampa that weekend, you could feel it instantly. Purple lights everywhere. Fans gathered outside cafes, hotels, sidewalks talking, laughing, exchanging small handmade gifts like it was second nature. Strangers interacting like they'd known each other for years. And the strange part, no one questioned it. It just felt normal, like everyone had silently agreed to be part of something bigger. Local businesses felt it too. Hotels filled up. Restaurants were overwhelmed. Ride services couldn't keep up. But what was happening went beyond economics. This wasn't just busy, it was emotional. Something deeper was building. Inside the stadium, hours before the show even began, the energy was already structured. Not chaotic, coordinated. Entire sections of fans practiced chants together. Perfect timing, perfect rhythm. No leader, no instructions, yet everything sensed. Some people later said it felt rehearsed. Others said it felt instinctive. But almost everyone agreed. It didn't feel like a normal crowd. Then night 2 began. Same stage, same venue. Completely different atmosphere. Heavier, louder, more intense. It felt like the entire audience had come back carrying leftover energy from the first night and they were ready to release all of it. This wasn't just excitement anymore. It was anticipation. Like everyone was waiting for something they couldn't quite explain. Then suddenly the lights went out. Silence, not ordinary silence, but the kind that feels unnatural in a place that loud. Thousands of people, completely still, holding their breath. Then the sound hit, deep, heavy, immediate. The stage lit up in red as dancers moved in perfect synchronization. And then BTS appeared, not slowly, not easing in, but rushing the stage with force, meeting the crowd's energy head-on. And just like that, everything exploded. The screams weren't just loud, they were physical. You could feel them in your chest. And somehow, the energy kept climbing. But the real moments of one people are still talking about came later. Near the end, when most thought the peak had already passed, something unexpected happened. No announcement, no build-up, just a few familiar notes. And instantly, the entire stadium reacted. It was Pied Piper. If you weren't there, it's hard to explain why that mattered so much. Because this wasn't just another song. Within the fandom, Pied Piper has always carried a deeper meaning, almost like an inside conversation between BTS and ARMY. The message tells fans not to get too lost in them, to focus on real life. But the way it's performed, it does the exact opposite. It pulls you in. Fans know this. They joke about it. But experiencing it live, unexpectedly, that's something else entirely. People screamed. Some laughed in disbelief. Others froze, trying to process what was happening. For a moment, it didn't feel like a concert anymore. It felt different. And then BTS moved closer. They stepped onto extended parts of the stage, walking along the edges, making eye contact, reacting to fans just feet away. And that's when the shift happened again. Because suddenly, it wasn't about watching anymore. It was about being part of it. The size of the stadium didn't matter anymore. It felt personal. And people started noticing something else: the crowd itself. It wasn't just one type of fan. It was everyone. Teenagers next to adults. Parents with their kids. Even older fans fully engaged, singing along, completely immersed. That kind of scene isn't typical at this scale. Some later compared the moment to legendary performances names like the Beatles or Michael Jackson came up. But even then, many said this felt different. Those moments were iconic. This felt connected. Like the distance between artist and audience didn't just shrink, it disappeared. And that realization didn't hit all at once. It spread slowly until it became impossible to ignore. Something unusual had happened, and it didn't end when the music stopped. Outside the stadium, the energy continued. Fans gathered again, trying to describe what they had just experienced but struggling because words didn't quite capture it. Videos spread online. Reactions went viral. Even people who weren't there started asking the same question, "What is this?" Because it didn't look like a typical concert. It looked like a shared experience, almost like stepping into another world. Interestingly, that's exactly how many fans described it. Another universe. A place where language didn't matter, where strangers felt familiar, where music wasn't just heard, it was felt. And when you zoom out, it starts to make sense. BTS didn't just build a fan base. They built a culture. In that culture, concerts aren't just events. Fans prepare days in advance. They create handmade gifts, art, messages, giving them away freely, expecting nothing in return. First-time attendees are often surprised by it. Some even say it completely changes how they experience the concert. Because it's not just about watching, it's about participating. And then there are the chants, one of the most powerful moments. When thousands of voices call out each member's name, perfectly in sync. Not just loud but precise, intentional, unified. That's where things get complicated. Because from the outside, people are starting to ask questions. Not negative, just curious. About the scale, the intensity, what this really is. Some call it fandom at its peak. Others think it might be something more, something closer to a global movement. And maybe that's the real question. What actually happened in Tampa? Was it just a successful concert? A perfectly executed performance? Or was it something deeper? Because when you strip everything else away, the lights, the stage, the music, what's left is connection. Real, visible, undeniable connection. Between artists and fans. Between strangers. Across cultures. And that's not something you can manufacture. It either exists or it doesn't. BTS didn't just perform in Tampa, they changed it. For one weekend, the city became louder, more emotional, more alive than usual. And people are still talking about it, not just because of what they saw, but because of what they felt. And now a bigger question is starting to form. If this is what happens in one city, what happens next?